Alright guys, this is Kevin from Happy Beard Games. Oh my god, we are playing what I've reasoned and resolved and known to be my favorite game of all time. Yes, my favorite video game of all time. Oh my god, Super Castlevania IV. Here we go guys. This is the ABCs of gaming. This is letter C for Castlevania. I was going to do Castlevania II, but this game is extremely special to me, so I figured I'd do this on the first pass of the alphabet. There is an intro here, but it goes on rather long. It would take about 5 minutes, so, or maybe a little bit less. But I would watch it before I start a playthrough, but there's just a lot of text that goes by, a little backstory. Basically, all you need to know is you're a vampire killer. Your name is Simon Belmont. This is a remake of the original Castlevania, the same storyline, but different gameplay and graphics. So it's a remake, but it doesn't even follow the same level pattern necessarily. So there is some throwbacks to the original Castlevania on NES. This is on Super Nintendo. Yeah, you're basically a guy sitting on a quest to destroy Dracula and any of his minions and monsters along the way, and there's a lot of them. So let's just skip this part, sadly, in the sake of, you know, saving time, and I hope you enjoy watching me in this playthrough, quick, brief playthrough, that is, of Super Castlevania IV. Oh my god, here we go guys. Let me show you the options. There is no difficulty select. However, when you beat the game, it starts you over right at the beginning with a harder difficulty, where basically it's the same game, but the monsters take more hits. Let's start this. Now I have to enter our name. I'm going to name myself Kevin because it's my game, it's my name. Now, even though this is my favorite game of all time, and I have beaten it multiple times, including I have a video on YouTube on my channel of tips and tricks for beating the boss Dracula. Oh my god, I'm not the best at this, but this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have fun with this. Oh my god, this game is like nostalgia overload for me every single time I play it. I mean, it's like, I don't know what this looks like to a new player, but to me it looks like the most glorious thing I've ever seen on a television screen. I mean, this is like the greatest thing ever, guys. Like, I don't even know how to further explain it. You can do the moonwalk. Pretty cool, huh? That's pretty cool, huh? Pretty sneaky, sis. Okay, so yeah, you go over these platforms and you go into the drawbridge. That seems like it's a really eerie, ominous entry into the game. It lets you play it instead of just making it a cutscene, which is pretty good. There's actually minimal cutscenes in this game. I think there's only like 2. Okay. It's really weird playing this, especially so many years after I originally played it. And it's just weird playing it on video. I've done it before on video, but it's just... I'm trying to share my emotions and like how to express why this is my favorite game. And it's not just my favorite game, it's one of my favorite games by far. It's like the second most favorite game is probably Link to the Past, and then below that maybe Final Fantasy IX. Those games have held special places in my heart and in my mind and in me throughout the years. But Super Castlevania IV is one that I didn't really expect to be my favorite. The first time I got this game was at a video rental store back in the I guess early 1990s. And yeah, it's just, I rented it, and I think I might have even bought it there. I'm not really sure. It might be the same copy. Either that or I bought it around the same time. This game is so beautiful to me. I mean, I don't even know. I was gonna say that a lot, guys, but Like, everything about this game is so great to me. Whoa, I narrowly dodged that one. There's a secret here. You can get some full meat, which would heal you, but I have full HP. Somehow. Let's see, we've got... Yeah, we've got the axe now, okay. The axe is actually not the best weapon to have right here, but on the first stage, you won't be using... Or I don't use... the sub-weapons too often. The sub-weapons... Okay, let me explain this real quick if you don't know about Castlevania. You have the score at the top. Score doesn't really matter. Player is your health. Enemy is the boss. Only the boss of the stage. In the middle, that's your weapon that you have for your sub-weapon. You can do that by pushing, I think, L or R. I don't even know. It just comes naturally to me. You got hearts, which are your ammunition count. Later on, you can get things like a 1, 2, or 3 Roman numerals that allows you to throw the weapon 1, 2, or 3 extra times. So you can throw it and then you can throw it faster, basically. P is your lives. Block is the stage or board or whatever you want to call the level you're on. And then time is time. That has a time limit, but most of the time, you don't have to worry about it too much if you're moving the whole time. Oh! That guy usually gets me, like, half the time I play that one bat, like, I get hit by him. Now, I was talking to someone on YouTube by the name of, well, their YouTube channel is Flock of Nerds, and they were playing a game that was one of their favorite games, and that game was Bonk, or one of the Bonk games on, the Turbo graphics. And, I was relating to him on that one because since that was one of his favorite games, he was kind of saying, like, yeah, some of the stuff comes naturally to him, and there's things like secrets or, there's little tricks that you can do, that just come naturally, and I forgot there was meat there. That's really weird. Most of the time I have full health, so I forget that there's a meat right there. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, all this like comes like naturally. A couple other games are like that, especially on the Super Nintendo, because that's what I played a lot of when I was growing up as a kid, mainly as a young kid, between, I don't know, ages like 4 through 10 or so. That's when I played Super Nintendo like the most, when it was new, you know. There's a hidden Roman numeral icon in here. You get the 2. I guess you don't get a 1. You start out with 1, essentially. And then you build it up. But yeah, I don't know, it's like, well, some of this is second nature to me. It's weird. It's like, it's like breathing. You don't need to think about it as much. It's just like, it's in your hands or something. I don't think it's really in your hands. I think it's just in your, like, your memory somehow. But it's weird. It's a weird part of your memory. There's a couple other games like that, which I'll show probably in the next episode. I don't want that weapon. Oh, what? But yeah, and that would be Donkey Kong Country. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2, but I know I'm going to do one of those, probably for the next episode. Just a hint. But those games are all 3 Donkey Kong Country's originals. I'm really, not necessarily good, but I am, I can play it like it's a second, like without thinking about it, you know what I mean? So the force is strong with this one. This game, and it's the Super Nintendo in general, actually. There's a lot of games like that for me that are kind of like that. Even Zelda, but Zelda's a little different because it's more of an RPG Explorer kind of thing, where this is just a straight-up platformer. So it feels different with Zelda, but it's kind of the same thing going on. Okay, I'm talking about lots of random stuff on this video, but it's mainly the memory. Whoa, you gotta focus on this real quick. You have the sub-weapon, and that ticking sound is a time stopper. It freezes all the enemies in the level, but it doesn't freeze you. So you can use it to skip through certain parts, especially the Medusa heads. Those are those things I was just fighting. They can get quite difficult, especially later on. This first level has a big variety of enemies, but a lot of them are a little more toned down in the way they positioned them because they didn't want to make it too hard for the first stage. This guy, you can actually save yourself some extra time and just kill him from that. This game is different from the other Castlevanias 1, 2, and 3 in that you can hold down the whip button and you can move it around freely. You can move it lightly, or you can move it really like fast and hard, and it actually affects the damage, I think. So yeah, it does. Okay, here we go. First boss, Skeleton Knight, or I'm not really sure his actual name, but he's a skeleton knight on a skeleton horse. Bring it on, fool! Oh, what? Here we go. Let's do this. And then here's the map. God, this game is so nostalgic. It's like I don't know. I can't share it with you. It's like I'd have to like sit down and think about it and write up an essay to like express my feelings about it all. It's hard to say it when you're like doing it, but at the same time, it's hard to say it without doing it. Oh man, this is so cool. I mean, okay, one of my nostalgic memories of this is waking up early morning, guys. Like when it's the crack of dawn, because I didn't have a TV in my room back in the day. And these are old, oh, sorry, those are old, you know, those big TVs, old school big TVs, you know what I mean? They got like the knobs on them to change the channel, and what the heck? That guy doesn't usually fly that far. Go away, spider! Spider! I don't understand, but yeah. Anyways, I had this big TV and an even bigger entertainment system stand thing. I don't know if you know what that is. Most of the time they're slimmed down today, but like a really big entertainment center. Basically, like it's a big wood thing where you can put a lot of shelves on, and you know, put your TV on and stuff. Well, I had to squeeze behind that, a little kid. I wasn't always this chubby. A little Kevin squeezing behind the TV. Trying with all his might to plug in the coaxial cable, which is that kind that's like a cable that you actually have to like screw in. This part right here is a secret, guys. You have to make a leap of faith, and then you get this, then you backtrack. But anyways, yeah, like squeezing behind the TV. Whoa, that was close. Is not something Kevin likes to do, but the memory of it is amazing. And I did that mainly when I'm, well, not mainly, but I remember that specifically tied to Castlevania IV. Playing this in the morning, it's so refreshing. It's like, I don't know, it's so good. Even today it's fun, but it's just different on the way it is now, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. What other fun memories did I have of this? I remember the first time I ever beat it. It was a really warm, either summer or early fall night, and I remember it was just weird thinking about like the place I was at. It like blurred around me as I was playing the game for such a long time to you know, like focus on beating Dracula. And when I beat him, it was just like, it's crazy. It was like all these years of trying to build up to beat Dracula, and then finally succeeding. And it's like I took a break from playing it for a long time, kind of. So I think I beat it when I was like maybe like 10 or maybe 12. I know I wasn't a teenager yet. No, you're not a teenager yet. But yeah, I know I beat it pretty early, but it wasn't around the time I first bought it. I think this came out in around 1991. But I didn't have a Super Nintendo at that point. I think I got my Super Nintendo when I was like maybe like 4. I don't really know. It's the same Super Nintendo that I have now, although I'd have the second one as well. Oh man, I'm not even like looking at the game. I'm like not even looking at the game. I don't know how I'm doing this, guys. After I beat... Oh man, I want to keep playing this for you like so badly. Oh, well, the frog can't... Well, how did I even hit the frog? Oh, you bat! That doesn't normally happen. Stop! Stop, hammer time! Stop the time, basically. Oh, there's a secret in here where you get me. Okay, I remember this now. Ooh, a little less than full, but that gave me a lot of health. I forgot it gives you that much. Actually, yeah. Wow. So this guy right here, he's really tricky, so if you use that to throw at him, it's a little bit of a better option to kill him with. I wish I could provide more tips and stuff. Once again, I do have a video on my channel. It's not the best video, but it was one of the first ones I made for my channel, Hallowed Be Thy Name. It's a tips and tricks on how to beat Dracula. I might link it. I'm a little embarrassed by it. It's not my best video, and then again, none of my videos really are. But it was me trying to explain how to beat Dracula so that anyone could do it. But it is still a challenge, and I actually perfected it. I played Dracula for like 2 hours that day, and it was just like, it was crazy, just that fight alone, just trying to figure out how I could explain it to someone new to Castlevania to just beat Dracula on their first try or something like that, or by learning through the guide. Well, that's Medusa. I don't really understand why they have Medusa and then they have the Medusa heads, but yeah, I think that's like a Medusa boss or something. At least that's what I always called her. Oh yeah, you get that there. Oh man, this game. Like, I can't even... Like, I don't know, it's just weird seeing it, and then... It's like, it gives me a bizarre, not just necessarily nostalgic feeling, but a calming feeling. Now, this is what happened on E3. I was really excited about E3, and then Nintendo dropped the ball, in my opinion, on E3, but, you know, I'm confident Nintendo will make a good comeback, or, you know, start getting their act together soon. That's what I hope for. But right before E3, I got really stressed out, like right before it. There was too much excitement or something, but, oh, yeah, those spikes will kill you. Even the ones on the ceiling, I think. Yeah. But I was really stressed out, so I was playing this and Donkey Kong Country, and I made it a good ways into each that day. Though I think I played Donkey Kong Country a little bit more, but I realized something that day. Playing these tough, I guess they're tough. They don't seem too tough to me compared to NES games, or most NES games, I guess. I don't know, there's something about playing these like challenging platforming games that some people might find too stressful, but to me it relieves that stress, and it's really, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to think about it that way, but I didn't really realize that until the week of E3, which was last month. I mean, I kind of noticed it, but I didn't really like pay too much attention to it. Okay, that's the end of this level. Actually, there's more. Oh no, wait, no, that separates here, okay. You know, I think I'm going to end it here. I really want to show more, and this is just the scratching the surface of the game. But there's some other stuff I wanted to throw in this video as well, which you may or may not have seen. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I have other stuff that I want to show you in this video. And this game is by far, in my opinion, the best classic-style Castlevania. I mean, I still regard the original Castlevania NES to be, you know, important. I think number 2 is actually really good too, and then I think number 3 is potentially better than number 1, but number 4, it not only has a special place in my heart once again, but I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like a really, really, really well-made game. And I'm not going to go out and say it's the best game of all time, but it's my favorite game of all time, so it's really important to me that I share it to you guys, and also keep it legit, so it's not like I'm just saying it's good for when it's not really, but it is a good game. I think anyone can enjoy this. Well, maybe not anyone. If you find it too much of a challenge on platforming games, you might not like it, but I don't know. I recommend it anyway. I recommend this so much. Yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say, guys. I really wish, once again, that I could show you more of this game, because it does get a lot better. Check out my Dracula Battle Tips and Tricks video that I made back in January, I think. So that'll help you get a little bit more information about that. Okay, guys. If I didn't say this elsewhere, thanks for watching Happybeard Games. This was letter C in the alphabet of gaming. C is for Castlevania, or Super Castlevania IV, which I'm disregarding the Super in the title because there's so many Super games, and they're not really part of the title most of the time. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm just happy I got to share this with you, and I hope you felt a little bit of that nostalgia with me, whether or not you have played it before. I don't know if you can feel that, but I can. So, thanks for watching Happybeard Games. Until next time, Happybeard Games will see you then. Remember, I am on Twitter, Google+, as well as YouTube. Sometimes I live stream on Hitbox and Twitch. So, alright, that's about it, guys. Hallowed Games, out!